Well, the owner of a popular local restaurant is apologizing this morning. It comes after a black couple dined at one of the restaurants over the weekend and had a tip added to their bill that wasn't supposed to be there. Let's get over to Leslie with more details on this story.
That's right. 2 employees at Desi Vega's seafood and prime steaks restaurant in Metairie have been suspended without pay following those accusations of racial profiling. The restaurant did post on its Facebook page that the employees did in fact improperly add an automatic tip to the black couple's bill, and then they lied about it in an attempt to cover up their actions. The post includes an apology to the couple, Mr. and Mrs. Washington, who posted about that posted on Facebook about their experience. Desi Vega, the co-owner of Desi Vega's steakhouses, says he did meet with the Washingtons over the weekend to discuss their concerns. And the Washingtons say the whole experience is, quote, one example of how some people look at African Americans and assume whatever they want to assume.